Just now we talked about how you can negotiate for a pay raise. Now let's switch the scenario a little bit, still related to money. If you are in a role that you have to negotiate with your supplier for lower fees or lower costs, then this scenario is very, very relevant for you. Right here, I present to you a very important and powerful concept, something that I personally learned about 10 years ago, and ever since applying it, my costs have gone down and my fees have increased. So what is it? First of all, recognize the fact that this one represents your interests and this one represents the other person's interests. It's very rarely that you have both interests exactly aligned, but it's also quite rare that you have nothing in common. So here in the middle is what we call the overlap. Both your interests overlap in that area. As you can imagine, if your interests are perfectly aligned, then the overlap area is very big. And when the overlap area is big, you have a very win-win relationship. Both of you see incentives to help each other to succeed in the long term. But if the overlap area is very small, it becomes a take it or leave it kind of scenario. You rarely have any incentive to collaborate, and most likely the other party will say no to you because the other party can find bigger areas of collaboration and overlap with other suppliers or other partners. What do I call this overlap zone? There's a very technical term. It is called ZOPA. What does ZOPA mean? I'll tell you in the next video. And how about these two areas? It is very important that before you start to speak to your stakeholder, you must at least state all the possible options and interests that you have. If you have only one option, you don't have to negotiate anymore because you have no power. For example, if the other supplier is the only company that produced that particular component, then you don't have to negotiate because that person is in a monopolistic situation. Likewise, if you have many suppliers all giving you the same thing, like for example steel or glass or wood, then you are in an upper hand when it comes to negotiation because it's so easy to switch supplier. So it's very important before going into the meeting that you list down all your options and your interests. What does interest mean? Do you want to close the deal faster, or actually for you the time doesn't matter? You can drag on as long as you want without affecting your outcome. Once you list all this down, then you are in a better position to negotiate with the other party. Now this is very difficult, but please do it for your own sake. List down the options and interests of the other side as well. A lot of people forget to do this, and therefore when they go in blind. They have no idea whether the other side has other options or not. Do they have other companies willing to work with them at the same price? If you have no idea, how are you going to communicate with them in an effective manner? So remember, always prepare yourself by first listing down your own options and interests, and then the other side's options and interests, and do your best to expand ZOPA. In the next video, I will share with you very concrete, tangible ways to increase ZOPA. What does ZOPA mean? What's the implication of increasing it? And more importantly, how to apply it into your scenario.